Hey, what's up? This is Mark from PureGrainAudio. We're here with the legends, Job For A Cowboy. So, guys, just like firstly, how has the songwriting process changed since Genesis? Kind of, you guys have a little more chemistry together.
Well, we have two new members since we wrote that record with our old member Elliot, and then we got Al. So writing with Chart and Al definitely was a lot, different. Added a lot more different elements to the process. We kind of, we've grown a lot as musicians since that last album. Touring a lot, clearing a lot. So I think that combined factors kind of led to the new record.
That's revelation. It's a sick album.
Thanks,
you guys just got off Mayhem tour in the summer. How was that? I heard it was like you had like a barbecue ritual. Did you guys do anything special for that?
Well, every band kind of sponsored they called it a metal mixer, but it was pretty much a little get-together party. This happened every couple days, and every band sponsored one on the second stage. A couple of the first stage bands did as well. So, I mean, that added to the whole tour being incredibly fun. It was a lot of fun. Really smooth. Yeah, it was cool.
How does like a tour of Mayhem compare to, say, going to Japan? Like you guys are young, thrown into a different climate like that.
I mean, Mayhem tours, it's you know a little bit more what to expect. But going to Japan is awesome too because it's an amazing place. And it's such a really intense city. The crowd and the people there are really respectful, and I don't know, it's really cool. It's a little different from touring in America, but it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's such a foreign place,
Yeah, it's cool. So MySpace sort of opened up the door for the Job For A Cowboy in a way to a fan base. Like now you guys have solidified, your audience. What do you think about MySpace opening the door for metal bands, in the coming future?
I mean, it's great because bands can record demos and just throw them up and easily spread the word through that. I mean, it's a great way to find new music too, especially if you see some interview or review online. Oh, I want to check out what these guys actually sound like, get a tidbit of what they sound like, so you can go straight to MySpace, actually listen to how they sound. If you like it enough, you can buy the record. It's easier to sift out bad bands, but there's so much that it's harder to find good bands. So it's like a catch-22 sorts. But I mean, if it helps younger bands get out there and get their name out there, that's awesome. And it really helped us in the onset of the band, I would say. It's helping other bands too, and lots of good music is coming from that sort of internet tape trading scheme, which is awesome.
Do you think there's like maybe a distance created now between the fan and the artist? It's sort of anonymized.
Almost it's like they're a little bit closer to everybody. Really, it's Twitter, Facebook, and all that crap that it's constantly being updated of what the band's doing. Some bands are do the thing where they have their own personal page where you can talk to people and stuff like that. So it's almost like they're a little bit closer in a way. I think because there's kids, it's easier for them to be involved with what the band's doing and what's going on. So they're always constantly updated about information.
So I was actually reading the Twitter, Johnny's, and I read that Secret Agents raided your room. What was that?
Oh, yeah. A couple days ago, we came back into the U.S. to do a show in Worcester, Massachusetts, and apparently either the hotel or the customs agents had tipped off special agents, and we arrived at our hotel room, which had all of our merch we kept in there and some of our other belongings, and two random normal dressed dudes just walked up and were like, "Can we take a look at your room?" and flashed us badges, and we were like, "Holy shit." So they went in, looked at one box, and they were like, "Oh, that's all we need to do," and we just left.
Yeah, good to see that.
So,
Where was that? Was it?
Crossing the border.
what was the name of the city?
Woodstock,
Woodstock,
Halifax, going up to those
Really?
shows.
Yeah. Was that, did you guys scare you?
As soon as I
A
saw,
little unnerved.
yeah,
I
as
guess.
soon as we saw a badge, we were like, "Oh, fuck."
Thought, we could have found weed. They would have been pissed.
Yeah.
Do you think that has to do with like you guys talk about unspoken about the beach and all that?
No,
Are you
I don't think
paranoid
so.
about that?
No,
That's fine.
they just
Yeah.
wanted to find drugs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit. So Genesis was like the first book of the Bible, and now it was the first album of yours, and now Ruination comes in. Is there any biblical connection? Like, is this like your Exodus, for example, or is this like your Revelations with apocalyptic messages?
I don't know. I mean, I think the Johnny, instead of, Genesis was more, religiously focused.
Conceptually driven.
Yeah. This album is kind of more political based.
Yeah.
And kind of more to do with like current world situations, world affairs, things like that.
Not really one point of focus. He talked about our government and just everything that was going wrong in the entire world. So he kind of spread out the points he wanted to pick on and write about instead of focusing on one thing.
Yeah.
But it is very much more politically driven.
Yeah, like tracks like constitutional masturbation, right? Like what you guys talking about, torture, sexual torture sort of being undermined by the media. Do you guys think that's, what do you guys think about your president?
It's hard to, it's weird because as Americans, we didn't vote for that asshole, you know what I mean? And it's just like, people are like, what do you think about your president? It's like, well, he might run the country that I live in, but I don't consider it, his views don't represent mine, So they're going to do, administration's going to do whatever the administration wants to do. There isn't a whole lot of people that can do a whole lot of better right now, or at least that are speaking up, So it's kind of shady, but it's just, sing about it, try to, spread the awareness of it. It's really, people in our position, that's what we can do.
Yeah. Well, it feels good album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gives enough political drive for the album.
Gives us something to talk about.
Yeah.
So talking about killing people.
Zombies.
Fucking chicks with knives.
So you guys excited to tour with GWAR? You guys?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. They're really fun to tour with. Obviously, they have a really cool show to watch.
Nice.
Really cool dudes.
It's one of the best bands to tour with.
Yeah.
They're so cool that every band is on the bill.
Yeah, they treat everybody with respect. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
It's super easy to work with too.
Sweet. All right, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
So their new album, Ruination, is in stores now. Pick it up. It's sick. Job for a Cowboy. Cool. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah.